Do you struggle with making content for social media? I got you. This week on Motivation and Confidence, we're going to give you 7 easy tips to make some content. Stay tuned. Welcome to Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best. And I'm your host, Tom Danger. Before we go any further, please like, subscribe, and share. And also, grab a pencil, grab a pen, because I'm going to teach you a couple things. This isn't information that is new. I think it's information that's overlooked in how you can create content for your social media, especially if you're just starting out and you're trying to figure out, how can I put out content consistently? How can I at least start with one piece of content per day? Now, the first thing before we even get into the 7 steps is you want to determine how you show up on social media. What do you mean? Well, are you an introvert or are you an extrovert? So are you the type of person that likes to talk and be in front of the camera and interact with the people? Or do you prefer to be behind the scenes and look at stats or create text or write things? So in front of the camera, extrovert; behind the camera, introvert; and for the super sexy people, if you do both, you're an ambivert. And if you're not sure which one you are, as always, I invite you, come over to the website, tomdanger.com, fill out the content form, and just say personality assessment, free of charge. It will only take about 10 minutes to complete, and I could send you a 1-page that'll basically highlight what your superpower is, and it will also identify whether or not you're an introvert or an extrovert. So once you have determined what type or how you show up on social media, then you get to the 7 steps. And the first step in the 7 steps is create a long form video. What do I mean by that? You're basically going to take your camera, right? You're going to hit record, and you're going to talk about a subject that you enjoy talking about for 7 to 10 minutes. Okay? And this is especially if you're an introvert. Something that I like to throw in here is that even if you're an introvert and you don't necessarily like to be on camera, recording is actually to your benefit, because as an introvert, you can put yourself in a room by yourself, record yourself, and then you can edit it as you see fit. The extrovert basically wants to stay outside and just let everybody see, just let it rip, let it go, right? But if you have that controlled environment, you can control the lighting, you can control the sound, you can make sure that you're positioned properly, seated properly. You can practice what you're going to say before you say it. You can give yourself a couple of takes. But the first step is to do the long form. And the long form content is a piece of content that you can upload to YouTube. Okay? And once that is uploaded to YouTube, then you're going to go to the second step. And the second step that I like to do is, now you can actually create a podcast from the second step. And the second step is going to be, after you've uploaded it to YouTube, you can go to another website and you can just Google download YouTube videos to MP3. You're going to copy the shared link from YouTube, go back to that website, paste. Now you can download the actual audio file. Now, for those of you who listen to me on various platforms, the main distribution platform that I use is Spreaker. I know that they have a free version, but they also have a paid version, which is in the middle. They have the free, the middle, and then what they call Anchor. Anchor is really when you're really getting busy. The one in the middle that I use, which is like a broadcaster platform, runs about $20 a month, and your podcast will be distributed pretty much to every online audio platform that you can think of. Okay? So you're going to be on Castbox, You're going to be on iHeart. You're going to be on Spotify. You're going to be on Amazon. You're going to be on Deezer, YouTube, SoundCloud. Does that say SoundCloud? Yeah. You're going to be pretty much everywhere. So you have 2 pieces of content now. Now, third step that you're going to do is you're going to look at that same YouTube video link and you're going to go to a website that's called rev.com, rev.com. And rev.com, what that'll do is that will create a transcript of what you said inside of the video. And why do you need that? But take a step back. Once you upload or copy and paste the clip to rev.com, they have 2 options. You can do an automated option, which is like 25 cents a minute, or you can have it actually transcribed by a person, which I think is $1.25 a minute. Personally, I always use the automated version. It's really good. It's probably 90% accurate. But from there, you can download the actual text and create some additional stuff that we'll talk about in further steps. But we're going to move on to step number, where are we at now? We're going to move to step number 4. And in the 4th step, now we're going to create short form content. And this is still all coming from that first YouTube video. What do you mean by short content, Tom? Basically, you're going to create clips that you can upload as a YouTube short, as a reel, as a TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, any of those platforms. And the website that we use is an online platform that's called Veed.io. Veed.io. That's Igloo Olive. Veed.io. So once you log on to Veed.io, again, this one is a free version as well. You're going to upload your same YouTube video to Veed.io, and the entire clip is going to come up online. So once you have that clip uploaded, you can basically shrink it. It has the proportion or ratio, so it'll tell you 9:16 for a reel, a story, or it'll say a 1:1, which is an actual Instagram post, a 4:3, which I think is for Instagram TV, but it has all of the preset settings so that you can just find some clips from your YouTube video and make some clips that are about 15 to 30 seconds, no longer than 2 minutes, because people's attention span is really, really short. Break it into smaller clips, and then you can save it to your phone and upload it as you see ready, and you're good to go. You could also add text on it. You can add like that cool little timer that's across the bottom. It's like a progress bar, so a person can see how much time is the duration. Okay. Then after that, we're gonna move to step number 5. And step number 5 is kind of my favorite. People always like to see behind the scenes of what's going on. So when you're actually filming this long form content, you can take some pictures. And let's say that you forgot to take some pictures. When you go to edit your video, one of the editing platforms that I use is called KineMaster. It gives you the ability to take a picture. So now from within the actual video itself, you can tap and take a couple of pictures to create some behind the scenes and do a cool carousel. That's step number 5. Then we're going to move into step number 6. Okay? And step number 6 is almost like what we did with the video clips and moving it to Veed. We're going to create audio clips, and we're going to use a website that's called headliner.com. And once you upload your audio clip, because remember, we got the MP3 file, you can upload the audio clip to headliner.com, and you can basically create audio clips that have the same type of ratio format. You can do it for stories, you can do it for reels, you can add cover art. It also does auto captions, and you can create small clips. And this is just stretching out whatever content that you have, so you don't have to bust your head about what you're going to create, because everything is starting from that long form content. It's almost like I don't eat meat, but it's almost like thinking of a pig, right? And when you think of a pig, how many different cuts of meat come from a pig? You get bacon, you get pot roast, you get sliced ham, you get like pig feet, you get chitlins, you get all that nasty stuff. But the point is, or the comparison is, you are able to create almost 100% content from that one source because you're breaking it down into different pieces to make it consumable by each type of person. So some people may be into videos, some people may be into audios, some people may be into text, some people may be into videos, okay? And step number 7, we're basically going to take that transcribed information that we did over at rev.com, and if you want, you can create a blog post. If you don't do a blog post, you can actually do what we call like a gem or a quote. So you can just pick up on something that you said within your YouTube clip that may have been pretty cool, inspirational, entertaining, or just informative. 1 or 2 lines. Another website that we use but that we didn't talk about is canva.com. You can go to Canva, paste it, put a cool image behind it, and there you have it. 7 steps to making easy content. I hope you found this informative. Again, if you would like to find out if you're an introvert or extrovert and what your superpower is, head over to tomdanger.com, TOMDANGER.com. Drop us a line inside of the contact section. It's free of charge, and we can help get you started. If there's other subjects that you would like for us to talk about, as far as how-tos on social media or just from a creative standpoint, please go to the contact form and leave us a message. Or if you're also a social media or content creator or digital creator and you'd like to appear on the podcast, we more than welcome you on the podcast. Also drop us a line. This is Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best.